My name is Caitlin, and I like to hike. I've only been into hiking and backpacking for a couple years, so I was lucky enough to randomly read about ultralight backpacking, and it just exploded from there. So, living in Vermont for as long as I have, there's 5 peaks over 4,000 feet. 5 peaks over 4,000 feet. I didn't even know what the White Mountains were. Literally, I'm not kidding, until 3 years ago. And then I learned about them, and it just like blew my mind.
So Caitlin is known in the White Mountains for sure. She has done the 48 peaks. She probably couldn't even tell you how many times she's summited most of the mountains.
I literally made a point to hike the long trail. I made a point to hike the 48. I've done whatever random sections of the AT I've done. And then all of the peaks on the New Hampshire 48 4,000 footers, like Lincoln and Lafayette and all that shit on Franconia Ridge. I've hiked all of those 20, 30, 50 times. Moose Lock, I've hiked in every month out of the year, but now, once I did the 48, I'm like, sweet, what do I feel like doing this weekend?
We'll be hiking in the White Mountains, and it's not uncommon to come across 3 to 4 people a day that she's already met hiking. That may have been from years before, it could have been from the week before, it could have been in the wintertime, it could have been in the summertime. Her and Veda, which is her pup, are so well known in the Whites that it's kind of intimidating sometimes to know that this lady has hiked every square inch of these mountains that I took one small little vein through, and she knows every trail off to the side. It's something different to be around, that's for sure.
The way I appreciate my hiking and my backpacking and my long distance trips is I want to wake up at sunrise and walk until I am completely exhausted, set up camp and go to sleep. And if you're not going to be ultralight, which is completely fine, hiking is packing to camp. But in my opinion, ultralight hiking is packing to hike.
The things in her backpack are bare essentials, and she has narrowed down her pack to a very, very small weight. She knows what she needs, and she only carries those things.
Everything adds up, so when you could have a setup that weighs a certain amount of pounds, and you could also have a similar setup that weighs half of that, why would you carry more? So aside from my backpack, I have my sleeping pad, my quilt, tent, which currently is a full-on tent that can house my dog as well. Aside from that, raincoat, puffy jacket, sleeping clothing, which is long pants, long sleeve shirt, extra pair of socks, extra pair of underwear.
And how much does all that weigh?
8 pounds-ish. And people will argue that you're not being as safe and you don't have the essentials, and if you're carrying a lighter pack and you don't have just the stuff that you need. In my mind, you have less weight on your back and you're putting less stress on your body. The less weight on your back is just less stuff that you have to deal with. I'm not a through hiker, I'm not a section hiker. I just like to spend time in New Hampshire and in the Whites and just meet people.